Recording, and here we go. Okay, then welcome to the pre-arrival webinar. We introduced us. I'm Yasmin.
I'm Arzu.
Exactly.
We are the incoming advisors at Koç University's Office of International Programs. We will be supporting you throughout the semester with the help of our mentor students as well. Our office is organizing the mobilities, and this is the pre-arrival webinar. So we will give you some general information how you should prepare before you come to Koç University, or what you should know. We send you a pre-arrival guide, actually, incoming exchange student guide recently, but still we will go over it. And if you have questions, you will have a chance to ask them on site.
Exactly. So then we start. This is our main campus. You will be here with us in the spring term. And as you know, we are located in Turkey, in Istanbul, on the European side, close to the Black Sea. The district we are in is called Sarıyer. You will be here with us during spring 2020. Semester dates and the orientation week dates are indicated here, and you can find them in the exchange student guide as well. And this is what will be covered today. We will talk about visa, residence permit application, health insurance, your arrival to Istanbul, Koç University, housing, studying at KU, exchange coordinators for Erasmus students, the Turkish host family program, research assistant program, the mentorship program, living costs, weather, and security and safety. So then we start right away. And Matt is the one who will cover this topic.
Hello again. I want to introduce myself so that you know. My name is Mert and I work in the International Community Office as an assistant specialist. And our office is here to help you about your community-related questions or integration questions. And also we are here to support you during your residence permit application process. So that today I will briefly explain you the visa and residence permit application process and also health insurance options that you have. For the visa, if you want to start, you have three options actually. First option is that if your nationality allows you to enter Turkey without a visa, you can enter accordingly. And the second option is that if you are eligible for e-visa, electronic visa, you can obtain electronic visa and enter Turkey as a tourist. But the last option is that if you don't have this permission to enter Turkey without a visa, or if you are not eligible for electronic visa, you can enter Turkey by obtaining a visa from a consulate or a Turkish mission in your country. It's called student visa. But in any case, which option you use or which option you get to enter Turkey, you need to enter Turkey with your passport. That's really important for residence permit application. If you don't have a valid passport that is valid beyond 60 days, beyond the end of your study period, it's impossible for you to get a residence permit. That's really important. So for visa issues, that's what I wanted to mention. After you enter Turkey as a tourist or as a student, even though you have like 30 days permit, 30 days visa legally issued for you to be in Turkey, it doesn't matter because you are going to apply for a residence permit and you are going to obtain a residence permit for your period in Turkey. So it's going to be a legal stay for you. Yes, for residence permits, we can skip to that. Students who are going to stay here for more than 3 months are obliged to get a residence permit according to the Foreigners Protection and Immigration Law in Turkey. That's a legal procedure that if you are going to stay here more than 3 months, you have to get a residence permit. And you don't have to take an action for that right now. Once you are here, once you arrive in campus and register to Koç University, we are going to support you during your orientation week, and you are going to apply for residence permit. And it takes like 1.5 months for you to receive your residence permit card, and they are delivered to the university, to the registrar's office. The registrar's office notify you once your card delivered to them, and it is very important for them to register your ID, foreign ID number to the system. So they will get your card, they will register your foreign ID number, and then they will inform you to collect your card. And if you want to go abroad, if you want to travel abroad before you receive your residence permit card, you can get a travel permit document from the migration management that we can guide you where it is. I mean, the address and the transition details to go there. After we submit your papers 10 or 15 days later. Like, the procedure is like this: you apply for online residence permit application, and then you collect your documents, submit them to us. We have a deadline, and we have a really strict deadline because we have only 1 day in a month to submit all the application documents to the immigration department. And then we submit all the application documents on behalf of you. And then after we submit them, like 10 or 15 days later, you are entitled to get a travel document if you are planning to go abroad before you receive your residence permit card. I will not mention the required documents. You can read it online. We have all the information there. That is very important for you to know what can you do after you get your residence permit. You can open a bank account. That's very important for you. You can register your funds that you brought from your home country, and to do so you have to log into e-government website, e-government platform, where you can get your legal documents, register your phone and everything. So you need your residence permit card. And the most important second thing is that the student fare discounted Istanbul card, public transit card. If you want to get a student fare transportation card, you need to first get your residence permit, because you need a foreign ID number which is registered at the university, so that the authorities will know in the system that you are a student here and you have a residence permit. So first you need to get your residence permit card, and then you can apply for Istanbul card, the student fare public transportation card. And the third issue that I want to mention is that health issue. You have two options here actually. You can get an international health insurance covering your period in Turkey. We recommend you to have or to agree with a company that has an office or service in Turkey, so that you know that you are covered. And that's really important for you to be covered because health is the most important aspect of our lives. So for your safety, please have your health insurance before coming here. And that's all. And it's also your obligation that you have a health insurance according to the immigration laws in Turkey. And the second option for you to get a health insurance, if your country has a bilateral agreement with Turkey, stating that your social security at home country is also valid in Turkey. It means that you can get a public health service in Turkey as if you are in your home country. You can benefit from this. Please check online that if your country has a bilateral agreement with Turkey on social security aspect. If yes, you can contact your local social security office to get a document which has a label or any corresponding agreement code. In the next slide you can get the codes. It's very important that the document states the code, the agreement code, and once you have them, you have to bring the original document to here, and then we are going to organize a visit to social security office in Turkey, in Istanbul, with you, with the original document and with your passport. And there you will fill out a form to activate that agreement in Turkey, so that after you activate that agreement, you can benefit from the public health services in Turkey, in Istanbul, let's say. And yes, you can see the codes here. We have one question here. I can enter Turkey without a visa for 30 days. Yes, you can enter Turkey without a visa for 30 days if you are allowed. 30 days is more than enough. In the first week of your arrival, you will be applied to a residence permit, and it takes like 1.5 months approximately for you to receive your card. You will get Koç University ID card, but it does not help for you to get a student rate public transportation card. You have to first get a residence permit card, which is activated in the registrar's office. They have to register your foreign ID number, and then you can apply for student fare public transit card.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.
There was one question in the chat I've seen already. Just a second. There we go. Nikita, does the temporary permit give me the same benefits as a regular permit? Like I can apply for a student travel card with a temporary permit?
What do you mean by temporary permit? Is
the
it
travel
document? Yes. The travel document allows you to go abroad for 15 days. And the reason you get it is that you don't want to face any problem once you go abroad before you get your residence permit card, because if you go abroad without your residence permit card, you have to apply for a visa again. So to prevent it, you go to the immigration department, get your travel documents, which legally allows you to go abroad for 15 days, which shows that you applied for residence permit. And then you can enter Turkey within 15 days again. So it does not give you any right. It's just for you to go abroad and enter Turkey again without any problem.
I'm not sure, but Nikita might also imply the Istanbul card. So I was asking whether with the travel permit he could get the reduced Istanbul card.
With the travel document, no. This travel document allows you only to go abroad without any problem if you didn't get your residence permit card yet.
It doesn't give any other right.
It doesn't give any other right, no.
Okay. Then, Sefta, could you please tell us about the residence permit application fee?
It's written on the presentation and also at our website, and also the guides that you get. It is 89 Turkish liras.
But it's always subject to change.
But it is going to change most probably because we are getting into a new fiscal year. So it's going to change most probably.
Okay. Orientation week will be covered in an upcoming chapter. Exactly. So right now, questions related to visa, residence permit,
or health insurance.
Exactly. Any further questions related to these issues? If not,
we will continue with the next chapter. Or we can note down your questions and reply them later on
we can do that.
by email.
Okay. Then thank you very much,
Matt. You're
welcome.
And we will continue with the next parts. Again, note down your questions, and once we come to the end of the next chapter, we will come to them. So the next one is Arrival. Arzu, do you want to?
Yeah. So you will be probably, most of you, probably all of you will be arriving by plane. And you might have checked already, we have two airports in Istanbul. One is on the European side and one is on the Asian side or Anatolian side. The European side, the one on the European side is called Istanbul Airport, and the one on the Anatolian or Asian side is called Sabiha Gökçen Airport. So, from Istanbul Airport, you can get to the campus by following the instructions on the guide. There are there are airport shuttles that you need to pay some fee to use it, but you need also Istanbul card so that you can use them. I'm not sure if they accept cash.
They don't accept cash, but you can pay by credit card. In the bus, respectively. Oh no, it's new at the airport, for the Istanbul airport at least. When you enter the area where the Hava buses are leaving from, there's a kind of box office where you can pay in cash, but only there on the bus, it's either via credit card or the Istanbul card you have obtained.
And the shuttle is operating from Istanbul airport to many different destinations. And it's from very early in the morning. Again, I mean, it operates almost 20 hours a day or so. They are very They're very quite often. So you can get a public transport card, Istanbul card, and top up some money and use it on the shuttle, or as my colleague Yasmin mentioned, you can make the payment in cash at the airport, or on the shuttle, on the bus, you can make the payment by credit card. How much it will cost depends on the destination, but we suggest you to have at least 25 Turkish lira in the card, because it can cost you
up to 25.
And just when you're at the airport, when you exit the gates, just follow the signs and you will see the Havaist bus stop, the terminal, and you need to take the Havaist 5, the terminus called Fort Levent. At Fort Levent, you will need to get into metro line M2 and take it until to the last station, actually. It's called Hacı Osman. And from Hacı Osman, it's very easy to reach the campus. You can take a taxi. It takes only 15-20 minutes maximum. And you can also take minibus if you don't want to take taxi. And with minibus, it takes maximum 45 minutes.
Always depending on the traffic here.
It depends on the traffic. And it's cheaper.
Exactly. There's an alternative route from Istanbul Airport. Again, you would use a bus, but this time it's a public bus, H8. The terminus again is Hacı Osman. And you can either get off at Hacı Osman or stop prior. It's called Ağaçlar. And this stop actually is closer to KU main campus and the West campus. So once you got off the bus, either it's Hacı Osman or Ağaçlar, you can again take a taxi or a minibus driving by. Exactly. So, and distances from Hacı Osman are the same, so the same duration.
So there's also an airport at the Asian side of Istanbul, is Sabiha Gökçen. It's further to our campus actually than Istanbul Airport, but still there are some shuttles that you can take to city center, and from city center you can easily reach the campus again. So by taking a bus from the airport, you can get to Taksim, which is very central location. And from Taksim, you will see the metro, subway line, subway stop there in this main square. You can take the subway line M2, again to Hacı Osman. And from Hacı Osman, again, you can take either a taxi or a minibus. And there's also a public bus that you can use from Sabiha Gökçen Airport to Fort Levent again. It's called E3. You can get to the Fort Levent subway station. And then from Fort Levent to Hacı Osman, you can take the metro for a couple of stops. And from Hacı Osman, you can take a taxi or a minibus again to the campus. Or you can directly take a taxi from any of the airports.
Exactly. So this was it for your arrival. Do you have any questions regarding that?
Just please read the guide once again. It's there. You can see the information on the guide.
Exactly. Maybe because most of you, if you are staying on campus, you will be housed at West Campus. The address of West Campus is indicated in the guide as well. So have a look at that before, once your room is assigned, to know which campus to go to, so that you wouldn't need to commute in between with your luggage.
So what are the rates for taxi from Hacı Osman? Currently, it's around maximum 35-40 Turkish lira. It may change in January because it's the new fiscal year, but currently it's maximum 40 lira.
Yeah. Any further questions regarding the arrival? If not, we continue with the housing part now. If you have questions for the arrival, just note them down in the chat and we will reply to them later on.
And for the bus numbers, stop names, please refer to the guide.
So then housing.
Yes.
For the ones that will stay on campus, very important, in order for you to check in, you will need to provide a criminal record and a health report in English from your home country, stating or proving that you're eligible to stay in the dorms. Yeah.
So just to make it clear, this health report and health insurance are not the same thing. Health insurance is the insurance coverage that will cover you for emergencies or any kind of treatments you may be needing during your exchange semester. But this health report the dormitory is asking is about is the proof that you are eligible to stay in the dorms. You can take care of yourself, or you can share the room with some other people.
Exactly.
That's the proof of that. It's not the insurance. They are separate documents. Just
and we got the information from the dormitory management that the health report should be issued by a public hospital, stating, like Arzu said, that you are
eligible to stay in the dorms.
Exactly.
To take care of yourself and to stay with other people.
Yeah. So for undergraduate students, our dormitory management offers two room types in West Campus: triple rooms and double rooms. The triple rooms are with bunk beds. And for graduate students, there are double rooms available. Important is that you apply and make the payment on time. As you know, the application is open currently until December 20th. You will see the dates in the next slide. But also items you may want to bring when staying into our dorms are towels, pillowcases, sheets, duvet, and duvet covers.
Or you can get them from here as well, but you will be getting these on your own. It will not be provided by the dormitory management.
Yeah. So here you can see the application and payment period from December 9th until December 20. And the fees are stated here on the slide. They're stated in the guide as well. We didn't indicate the graduate double room fee because it's the same like the undergraduate
fee. It's in the graduate. Okay.
Exactly, but the fee amount is the same. Graduate students can find the information on the guide.
So graduate students can stay only in double rooms. There is no triple room option for them. But for undergraduate students, there are two options, either triple or double room.
Exactly.
And the deposit is refundable. Once you check out of the dorms, dormitory management will check the rooms. And if there is no physical harm in the rooms, you will get this deposit back in 2 months or so.
Yeah. So there are two kinds for the payment. You can either do it through the link provided by the dormitory management, or you can make a bank transfer. If you do a bank transfer, please indicate your name and first name in the subject line, plus your student ID number that you have gotten provided by us already. So our finance department can route your payment to your dormitory application. That's very important. Don't forget that. And send the transfer proof to housing@ku.edu.tr so they can follow up. There were some questions whether partial payments are possible or payments later on. We have the information by the dormitory management that the payments need to be done in the given time until December 20th. This is the info we got. You can email them, but it's their discretion to decide on that. And also something we would like to point out, as you can see, the cancellation of your dormitory application deadline is December 27th, which means you won't have seen the room in time for the cancellation of your dorm. So if you decide later on, once you are here, that you don't want to stay in the dorms, you will only be refunded the deposit, not the fee. That is very important. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. The thing is, because as Koç University, we guarantee housing for our incoming exchange students. So if you don't cancel your application, if you within the given time, even though you will not be staying in that, and if you want to cancel, that room still will be allocated for you. That's why they cannot refund the payment.
Okay, so move-in would be on the weekend of the 18th and 19th of January, the weekend prior to the orientation week. And the steps you need to take in order to check in are listed. They're the same for undergraduate and graduate students. There's 24-hour check-in possible, and the location is mentioned here as well. And dormitory move-out, the last day to move out is May 22nd. And the steps to take are listed here as well. So, the questions we have received regarding housing, like we said, paying later on or partial payment, according to our information, that's not possible. You might individually inquire that with the dormitory management while sending an email to housing@ku.edu.tr. There was also a reference made to pay the dormitory fee with the Erasmus ICM grant. We do have some incoming students via the Erasmus ICM or Worldwide program. Unfortunately, this is also not possible because you will receive the grant once you're here on site. And yeah,
we are not authorized to make any deductions, even if it's for your dormitories. So you have to receive the full amount first, and then you can use it for whatever you want. But we cannot make deduction in the beginning, even if it's for the dormitories. It's against the Erasmus program rules defined by the European Commission. So it's not possible for us to deduct it from your grant and transfer it to dormitories or something.
Exactly. Then one student was asking whether there's housing provided at Topkapi campus. Yes, there is. And Johanna, we will share with you the contact details to make the according application. A general question, would you rather recommend to live in students' accommodation, or is the commute between city and university easy enough to consider living in the city rather than the student dorms? It depends on your needs. Our incoming students most of them stay on campus, but we have around, I would say, like 30% of the incomings that are staying in the city center. As you might have inquired already, Istanbul is a big city. So of course it depends where you're staying. We always recommend to stay close to the M2 metro line, as the terminus Hacı Osman is relatively close to our campus, as you have seen previously, and there are also shuttle services commuting in between main campus and Hacı Osman, paid shuttle services. So if you're staying, let's say, at Taksim area, I think most of you have an idea where Taksim might be located. It will take you up to an hour from Taksim to get to the campus and return. But of course, there are closer districts to the campus and Hacı Osman. You can stay in Sarıyer Center or Maslak, Levent. So the time reduces. So it depends on what you're looking for. Whether you would like to have your own apartment, for example. This is also possible here. There are apartments available around the best campus, but you would need to take care of renting them. Our colleagues from ICL provide some information on that on their website. Any other questions regarding housing? Anything you would like to know? If not, then
we will continue with the next chapter.
Exactly. Oh, there's one there. True. Let's see. Okay. Is it possible to host family or friends on campus?
The thing is, families or friends, I mean the people who are not associated with the university, they cannot stay in the dormitories. We have a guest house, and you can, or your guest can rent a room in the guest house, but they need to pay for the room.
And they have to be announced to the security, of course, when they are even just visiting for the day. You have to notify our security. Also, regarding guests, it's important to know, it's stated in the guide as well, but you're allowed to have guests, friends, visitors over in your room until 11 p.m. And that also counts for students that are staying in the dorm. According to dormitory rules, even students that are staying in the same dorm but not in the same room with you, they're not allowed in your room after 11 p.m.
And what kind of shuttle do you have, please?
So we have shuttles commuting in between both campuses, main campus and west campuses, as they're close by.
It takes only 5-10 minutes or so between two campuses, and they are free. These shuttles are free. Other shuttles from Hacı Osman metro station to campus, they are paid. They are like kind of minibuses. And you can see the Koç University signs on them.
Exactly. There are also shuttles to certain destinations, once or twice a day, to, for example, Beşiktaş for students, but they are paid as well. And there's a shuttle in between Koç University Hospital and the main campus, once a day as well. Exactly. Further questions? If not, we would come to the academic part.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there was one more question regarding the health report. I think we covered that already. It would need to be a report from a public hospital stating that you're eligible to stay in the dorms. There we go.
How much do the shuttles cost roughly? It depends on the destination, actually. To Hacı Osman, as far as I remember, it was 4 lira. But again, with the new fiscal year, it may change. And to other destinations in central locations, because the distance is longer,
it varies.
Yeah, it
There's
varies.
a list. We can share that. Okay.
But it is probably 4 to 10 lira.
In between,
yeah.
Exactly. Okay, we took note of
and
sharing.
For the shuttles between main campus and west campus, there is no fee. They are free.
Yes, the question is whether there's room cleaning service. Yes, there's cleaning personnel. I think they come in once a week to clean the dorm rooms, but of course, as you're free to tidy and clean as much as you want, as you are sharing the rooms. There are also kitchen provided on each floor with according supplies. You share bathrooms, so of course, keep your surroundings as clean as you would like to find them yourself. Any further questions?
Okay, maybe we can continue with the next chapter.
I just need to find the mouse. Or here we go. Okay, so then it's studying at KU. You can see the academic calendar. As we told you, you're moving in. If you're staying on campus on January 18th or 19th, then the following week in between 20 and 24 orientation week will take place. We will share a tentative schedule of the orientation week, most probably at the beginning of January, a tentative one. And then on January 27th, your first day of classes will take place. And at the same week, you have the course add and drop period. Very nice. There will be a spring break in April and some holidays as well, respectively. Bridge Day on April 23rd is the holiday and April 24th is the Bridge Day, so no classes. But also keep in mind that the deadline for course withdrawal is on April 24th, even though you might not come to campus. This is also an important day. May 1st.
Again, national holiday, Labor and Solidarity Day in May 1st, no classes. And no administrative support also, offices will be closed. And then on May 8th, it's going to be the last day of your classes. And you will have like a short break before the final exams. And then from as of May 11th to May 20, you will be having your final exams. And after the final exams, there will be dorm checkout days. So you will need to clear your room latest on May 22nd, because as of May 23rd, it's going to be an official holiday in Turkey.
Exactly. So you can always refer to the calendar in the guide, and it's on KU's website.
And you can already make some travel plans for spring break, maybe.
Yeah. So course load, ECTS, and KU credits. So most of the courses here at Koç are either 3 or 4 KU credit courses. 4 credit courses, of course, are more demanding, meaning that there is an extra project or some lab work. This information can be found in the syllabi of the courses. And 1 KU credit equals 2 ECTS. So with 3 KU credit courses, you earn 6 ECTS, and with 4 KU credit courses, you earn 8 ECTS. There are courses like yoga, where you can earn 1 KU credit for it.
Or Pilates, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We also have kind of some courses in between course and extracurricular activity. You can get only 2 ECTS, so 1 Koç University or American credit from these courses. It would be possible to take, I don't know, 30 ECTS and also maybe an extra course for yoga or Pilates. Or any other extracurricular course without any credits.
Exactly. Maybe. The usual course load here, KU students take usually 5 courses, meaning that they take courses worth of 30 ECTS. We recommend that to you. For Erasmus incomings coming from European universities and bilateral partners, we don't tell you how many courses you have to take. You're free to choose as many or little as you want. Your home university is responsible for that. For Erasmus ICM students, though, we require them to take courses worth 15 KU credits or 30 ECTS.
But they will be notified about the program rules later on in a detailed email.
Exactly. And yeah, regarding the courses we offer, there are 2 types of courses regarding the duration. There are courses lasting for 50 minutes or courses lasting for 75 minutes, and you have the timetable listed here as well. You can have a look. And there are undergraduate courses we offer. As you have seen in the tentative course list, there's always a number next to the abbreviation of a certain section. For example, ACC 101, that would be accounting 101. So undergraduate courses are indicated in between 100 and 499. Graduate courses in between 500 and 699, and everything that's higher than 699 are doctorate courses. Very important from our side, undergraduate students could take graduate courses and graduate students could take undergraduate courses. Just keep in mind that for once, you would need to check whether courses have prerequisites. If it's an advanced course, a bachelor student would like to take, or a master's course, you would need to prove that you meet the prerequisites. And yeah, for graduate students that would like to take undergraduate courses, please check with your home university whether you can get the course recognized or not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then course planning and enrollment. Okay, the spring course list, the tentative one was already shared with you. As of yesterday, you can do course planning on quizzes, which means you indicate the courses you're interested into. But the enrollment will take place during the orientation week, most probably on Wednesday or Thursday. The date is not set yet. Yeah, but you will have somebody from our registrar's office with you to explain you how to register for the courses, but you have a short outline here.
So you can already start planning your courses on our information system called Quizzes, but enrollment will take place in the orientation week. So you cannot enroll currently, you can just plan your courses.
Exactly. And we were talking about prerequisites that you have to meet. So it's always good for you to make sure, get in touch with the instructor of a course you want to take. If it's an advanced course and you want to make sure that you can enroll into it, share your current transcript and get the approval prior that will help you a lot while registering. And also keep in mind that there's reserved capacity in general for courses. Some instructors might say, I want in total maybe up to 20 students for my class because more are not feasible. Keep that in mind in order to plan some alternative courses as well, in case the capacity is already reached.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen the withdrawal deadline as April 24th. It's possible for you to add and drop courses
in the first week of the semester.
Exactly.
But there is also this option, withdrawal from a course later on. The deadline is April 24th. Withdrawal is different from dropping the courses. Adding and dropping will not be seen on your transcript. It's just to finalize your course plan, kind of course enrollment. But withdrawal from a course is if you withdraw from a course in the 5th week of the semester or something, it still will be seen on your transcript as withdrawn course.
Exactly. We talked about the prerequisites. Yeah, important here, early finals. If you have to leave us earlier, unfortunately, for a valid reason, it's possible for you to take early finals, but you would need to make a formal request to the academic coordinator, and of course also talk with the instructor to arrange a date for the early finals and the conditions.
Mm-hmm. So it's not related to our office. Early final request should go from students to the relevant faculty members, professors. If they agree, then you can get the final early final examinations.
Exactly. So this is for Erasmus students only. So students coming by our bilateral agreements, we call that global exchange. It's not relevant for you, but for incoming Erasmus students, you have faculty exchange coordinators as well. And they're responsible to sign your learning agreement as they have the academic background to assess your planned courses. Ours and me are your administrative coordinators. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see who is your Erasmus faculty exchange coordinator, you can click on the link. So, and we had some questions we received prior. After that, we will come to the questions in the chat. There was a question about courses for masters. If I'm not mistaken, they're indicated in the tentative course list as well. Just have a look for courses with the course code number starting as of 500.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes actually 400 courses can be common courses for both undergrad senior students and master students.
Exactly, and also if at your home university your bachelor lasts 3 years, ours lasts for 4 years. Usually the 4th year bachelor courses are eligible for master students as well. Mm-hmm. We covered the enrollment of the courses. It will take place during orientation week, and you will get a detailed explanation how to, but currently you can do course planning. Turkish language courses will be offered during the orientation week. You will have a crash course if you're interested into, and during the semester you can attend a Turkish language course.
And it's credit bearing if your home university recognizes the course when you are back to your home university.
Are lectures obligatory? It depends. I mean, if you're asking about attendance, it depends on the instructor. They set the attendance policies, but in general, of course, you should be
present at the courses. Of course, you will. There's a flexibility for emergencies, a percentage that you may not attend. But in most of the courses, professors pays attention to your attendance as well.
Exactly. So we covered the learning agreement. There are coordinators at the faculties who are in charge of signing, and there was one more specific question saying that the student faces difficulties to choose courses for business administration, as the subjects are different from his or her home university. As in general, our programs are very interdisciplinary. So you can have a look at the website of our case faculty, College of Administrative Sciences and Economics as business administration is rooted under there, and then choose business administration. I had a look yesterday at their course section at the website, and I've seen that only the first side is visible, because there you can have some detail what the course is covering. So we will get in touch with the faculty and IT to solve the course catalog for business administration, but you might have a look at economics, international relations as well if you're interested into that, and in general. No restriction from our side. You can choose courses at any department or any faculty, no matter which department you are enrolled to with us at Koç. So for example, a business administration student could go for a psychology course or a communication course, or I don't know, computer engineering.
As long as you meet the prerequisites, of course.
Exactly. We covered the ECTS credits for the courses, and Erasmus Worldwide program information will be shared with respective students later on. And as we said, undergraduate classes can be attended by graduate students as well, and you can choose courses from different colleges and departments. Were there more questions? No, not so far. So there.
Can we see on which day of the week and which time of the course is planned in order to concentrate all my course?
As far as I know, during course planning, unfortunately, the time and dates are not given. So you will...
During the course enrollment, you will be able to see that. So for course planning, because you will not enroll, it's just kind of a preparation phase right now. There is no set times for the courses yet. It also depends on the demand on the course. If there has to be like 2 or 3 sections of one course, then the time slot may change. And so it will be clear on the first week of the semester, which is also a drop period. So even if you plan some courses now, during the drop period, you can drop some of them and add some other to arrange your schedule.
Respectively, during orientation week.
Yeah, during the orientation
already.
Yeah.
Another question, is there a Facebook group for exchange students to get to know each other before the semester begins?
Yes, our mentor students, we will mention our mentorship program as well. We will have mentor students who are full degree seeking Koç University students, and we will assign mentors to you. They will contact you saying that, hey, I'm your mentor, I'm here to help you. And they will set a Facebook group and they will add you to the group so that you can exchange ideas or make friends already.
There will also be a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, also WhatsApp groups for faster communication.
Exactly.
We will be using social media.
Yeah. So, let's see. Where can I find the syllabi for the courses? Some are uploaded on Quizzes. So once you do the course planning, you can have a look. You might have a look at previous semesters as well. Also, to the Google Drive document we shared with you for the incoming exchange student guide, we added another folder there as we have received requests from you for syllabi be uploaded. Most of them already that have been shared with students, so have a look there as well. If you need a syllabi for a course and cannot find it, email us and we will inquire it from the faculty if available. But there are some new courses, for example, and there are no syllabi uploaded yet for that. So keep that in mind also when planning alternative courses. We covered class attendance. It's up to the instructor, but of course you should be present. How many credits can we take? You can take up to 36 ECTS. Yeah,
maximum 6 courses. That means 36 ECTS or
if there's
18 Koç University or American credits.
Exactly. And for the 6th course, you would need to notify us because the system only allows you to enroll into 5 courses. If you want to have a 6th course, email Arzu and me. We will talk about that during orientation week again, but you need to notify us so we can enable you. Where can we see on which day of the week and at which time courses are planned? As stated, information will be given later on. Can I enroll into more than 6 courses right now? Currently, Kita, currently you cannot enroll. You can only plan.
You can only plan currently.
And as I know, you can plan as many as you want, if I'm not mistaken. But we can ask that.
It's not possible to, unfortunately, enroll in more than 6 courses.
And we wouldn't recommend you either, because it's a lot of workload, and also you want to enjoy your exchange.
Ideal is 4 or 5.
But
and
for
maximum
Nikita,
6.
Because he's an Erasmus ICM incoming student.
5 courses.
Yeah.
Okay. Not enroll, plan, yes.
Okay. Orientation week. It's not mandatory, but we highly recommend
highly recommended, because there are no courses in the orientation week, just introduction to the university and community. It's a good chance to mingle with other exchange students and your mentors and our office also. So it's just a relaxed week without any courses. And also it's good that when you don't have courses, you can submit your paperwork for the residence permit, for example.
That's also very important during this week to take care of that. So not to do that during courses.
Once the courses start in the first week and with the drop period, it's very difficult to manage the paperwork submission and adding dropping courses and stuff. Then first week would be very crazy, honestly. So in the orientation week, handling all the administrative issues much more feasible, much more easier, and it's a social week, so you will get to know your peer students and mentors and us. So we highly recommend you to come and meet us earlier and handle the administrative issues before the semester begins.
But of course, if you have urgent responsibilities back at your home university, like exams, or you're in an internship, let us know. And also our international community office, you have seen Matt in the beginning, he's part of that office, so they can advise you how to proceed regarding residence permit application. And also you can get some input from us and your mentor for course enrollment. So just notify us.
Is the enrollment to courses on a first come, first serve basis? Yes, it's going to be the case. That's why we will try to plan your course enrollment as early as possible with our registrar's office.
But that's also why we advise you to plan alternative courses.
Yeah. Also, we plan you to we offer you to plan alternative courses, so that if you, let's say, plan 8 courses, 9 courses, so that you can enroll into 4 or 5. Just make sure that you have spare courses as well in your mind that will be recognized at your home university.
Okay. Any further questions?
That's why I'm asking. Okay, Maria. So you can come later on. We can give you a quick introduction. Your mentor will support you, and peer students will support you as well. If there is a case, there was question. Yeah, we answered them.
Okay. So if there are no more questions related to that, then we would come to the host family program now. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the next slide. Okay. As said before, if you have questions later on, type them and we will take care of it later on.
So we have this very special, very nice program. It's called Turkish Host Family Program for our international exchange students, incoming exchange students. So if you would like to meet with a Turkish family, to visit them at their home or in an outdoor activity, there is a form for application. We will provide you the form. You can apply to the program. We collect the applications from Koç University community as well. Our faculty members, our administrative staff, our alumni, they also apply to host some international students. And based on the answers on the form, application form, we match you with the most suitable, most convenient family. And then you can come up with a schedule. You can visit them once in a week, or only on holidays, or twice in a week, or once in a month. It's completely up to you and the family. You can visit the family, learn about Turkish culture, share about your culture. it's a very nice opportunity to have that cultural insight as well, besides the academic exchange.
Exactly. And here you have a testimonial
From, yeah, Nanyang or I'm not sure about the pronunciation, sorry about that. But yeah, this is a testimonial from one of our students who joined this program. So you can have a similar experience in here by visiting one of our host families.
Exactly, and it's very popular this semester with our current incoming. So make use of it and have fun.
Feedbacks are very positive. They all said that the hosts were very sweet. They made good connections. And I remember that 2 years ago, actually, there was a student and the family. We met them, and they are still in contact. That family even went to that student's graduation ceremony. So you can make a lifelong bond even.
Exactly. Yeah, so I hope we covered the question. How does it work? You indicate your preferences and then you are matched with an according host family, and
there's no minimum or maximum date. So it can be once in a week, once in a month, only on holidays. It's completely up to you and the family, but based on your schedule. And there is no program fee for both sides. It's just for cultural exchange on voluntary basis.
Exactly. So another program we're offering is the Research Assistant Program. This is on voluntary basis as well, meaning that you won't receive any salary out of that. But it's a great opportunity for you to work with an instructor, with a professor at Koç University, and
gain research experience as well.
Exactly. So once we will have published the open vacancies for the research assistantship, you can apply directly to the related professor with according documents, your CV, a cover letter, and then hopefully it will work out for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we covered that, but yeah, so it's on voluntary basis because exchange students don't have work permit in Turkey. It's just for your experience and to have one more plus in your CV and to have networks, connections at Koç University in academic world.
Exactly. And therefore, there is no minimum or maximum amount of hours. You set that with the professor yourself. Mentorship program. So as Arzu said before, you will be assigned a mentor. These are great Koç University students, mostly local students, but we do have some international students among our mentors as well. Most of them have been on exchange. They have a lot of exposure to the international community at Koç University. And yeah, they're selected very well by Arzu and me. They're trained, and as they have international experience, they can anticipate and yeah, empathize with what you are going through. Exactly. But they're basically your first point of contact. Yeah. So they're your peer student to ask all the questions you have about, like, for example, for the course enrollment, they're very experienced. They can already tell you in advance how it will work if you want to know.
Yeah, they can share some tricks.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's good to have them a peer student perspective by your side. And
ideally, we will let you know in the beginning of January as well who your mentor will be. So just wait for an email from us, or from your mentor, or actually to be in touch. Exactly. Any questions regarding the mentorship program or research assistant or host family program? If not, we would continue with the living costs for now. This is a rough assessment of our local students. So you will need around 3,000 Turkish lira per month which includes accommodation, food, books and course materials, phone, internet, local travel, meaning commuting within Istanbul using public transport, clothing, personal care and hygiene projects, and leisure. Traveling outside of Istanbul and outside of Turkey is excluded. And of course, it always depends on your needs and expectations.
And also your social life.
Exactly. Yeah. The student meal menu for 3 dishes was actually increased recently. It's now 10 Turkish lira and 10 kurush. Kurush is the
Cent.
penny,
No, cent. Yeah.
version here with us. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, with the new year, it may increase even a little more.
Yeah.
But it will be around probably maximum 12, 13 or something like that for 3 items. Or around 10, yeah.
Exactly.
And for student card for public transport, as we mentioned, first you need to get your residence permit, then you will be able to use public transport with a discount. Before the residence permit arrives, you will be using a public transport card,
the general one,
with the general regular fee, not the student fee.
Exactly. So then the next topic is weather.
Yes.
Yeah. I took the weather forecast as of yesterday. Of course, I know you will be coming at the end of January, but just for you to have an idea how the weather is like currently, it's warmer than last year, actually. It was very rainy last year at this time, so we might get lucky and not have that much rain in January and February as well.
So technically it's winter here. In January, we expected it to be colder, maybe some rain or even maybe snow. We are not sure about it. So in winter, it rains and snows in Istanbul too. Sometimes a bit heavily, sometimes not that heavy. But it's a Mediterranean climate, so it's never very cold, but it's also winter.
Exactly. So pack accordingly, but of course.
And as of March, April, it's gonna be spring. So,
but summer starts quite fast.
Yeah,
I would say, because I'm coming from Germany, and compared to the weather there, it's summer quickly here. Saying pack accordingly, but of course you have a lot of opportunities here to shop some clothes as well.
Yeah.
So, and then this is the last slide we're having, some common sense, security and safety tips. That applies for every bigger city, not just Istanbul. And I'm sure you heard this several times already, but when walking at night alone, use busy, well-lit paths, avoid dark areas, and just to make sure, steer away from suspicious people, and just go with the buddy system. Let somebody know where you're headed when you're planning to arrive.
Could be your roommate, could be a peer student from exchange group, could be your mentor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Common
so
sense.
These are just common sense for every big city in general. So it's not to scare you off.
Yeah. Exactly. So this was it from our side. Do you have any remaining questions right now? We would be happy to answer them.
And as we mentioned in the beginning, this webinar is recorded and it will be shared on our YouTube page. We will share the link with you as well.
Exactly.
We can go over it. Please also go over the exchange student guide we provided you like 2 weeks ago or so.
Because all this information is taken from the guide.
It's already there. Just read it carefully. And if you have specific questions or if you have a specific case, we would be happy to assist you.
Exactly. So, seems like there are no questions. Let's open the chat again. Anybody typing? No. How long does it take to the coordinator to sign the learning agreement?
Usually professors are quite fast with the LA requests, but it depends on their schedule. They may be out of office for a conference or something.
Or as of next week, the finals start here. So they might be very busy until the beginning of January with the learning agreement. So you might have to remind them. If it's urgent for you and you don't get a reply from the coordinators to sign your learning agreement, get in touch with Arzu and me, and we try to step in.
Yeah, but in general, they are very fast and responsive.
Exactly. So, are there always shuttles between the university and the campus during? So, as we said, like the university buildings, where classes are taking place, where you can dine, library, whatsoever, they're located on main campus, and there are shuttles in between main and west campus. West campus is mainly a dormitory campus, and shuttles are running from 7 in the morning until 11 in the evening, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, not all night, but yeah, most of the time you can find.
And the shuttle from main campus to Haji Osman, or respectively Haji Osman to main campus, operates in between 8 and 7. But during semester breaks, they have a reduced schedule, or are sometimes not working at all. But there are always other options, like a taxi or a minibus. Exactly.
Yeah. And by the way, our library is 24/7 open. So you can even spend the night in library during exam weeks.
Exactly. I think there was,
what about gym?
Yeah, gym facilities. Yes. We have gyms on both main and west campus. You can do as much sport as you want.
And it's free of charge.
Exactly. We have cardio room, weightlifting, there's a runner's area, dancing hall, table tennis, you name it, basketball court, football, soccer. You can do basically anything. There's an indoor pool at West Campus, an outdoor pool here at main campus, currently closed, of course, nice skating ring. So a lot of sport opportunities for you.
And time to reach from West Campus to main campus, as we mentioned before, it's 10 minutes or so.
Exactly. Usually not longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you recommend to live on campus or in Istanbul, Kadıköy, for example? It depends again what you're looking for. Kadıköy is a very nice district, but it takes some time to get to campus. You have to take that into account. You could just Google from Kadıköy to Haji Osman, for example, how long it takes. And then from Haji Osman, there's the shuttle service provided, which runs for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depending on the traffic. Just add that up. If you're fine with that, great experience to live there, to enjoy Istanbul, but our on-campus housing facilities are also very good, and you have the convenience of being close to university and also getting easily to the city center. But yeah.
What is ICM grant? So there is a different Erasmus program. It's called International Credit Mobility. It's non-European Erasmus program. These ICM students already know themselves. They were informed about the program by their home university. So if you weren't informed about the program, it's not related to you.
Exactly.
And for the program details, these students will receive a separate email from our office. So if you haven't been notified about it by your home university, it's not relevant for you. I think
Amalia is coming from a Czech university, if I'm not mistaken, so it wouldn't apply.
Yeah, it wouldn't apply to you.
Okay.
WhatsApp group for the exchange something.
The mentors will take
mentors will do that.
Of the WhatsApp group.
We are selecting the mentors for the next semester currently. We will have some experienced ones. We will have some new blood in the group. Once the team is set, we will form the Facebook group, WhatsApp group. Everything will be there prior to your arrival for sure.
Okay. Yep. So
there are some parties on the campus.
Mentors are organizing parties. Mainly, but of course there are some events and activities organized by the university, by the student body, by other clubs. So you have a lot of free time activities at your hands.
So could the WhatsApp Facebook group be made as soon as we are only allowed to choose roommates until December 20?
You are not
The thing is, you are not
to-
allowed to choose your roommates.
You will stay with the local student, not with an international exchange student.
Yeah, you will be assigned a room by the dormitory management, and you will not choose your roommates. So, yeah.
Exactly.
And our dormitory management's policy is that they
want to integrate
you to the local community. So usually international students share the room with a local student or two local students, or two international students, but from different countries and backgrounds, so that you can integrate and have a real intercultural experience in here.
Exactly.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, you mentioned that we should come. No, actually, you can come to the dorms anytime, 24/7. There will be someone, an employee, staff member working at the dormitories.
No guests allowed after
no guests
11
allowed
PM.
after 11. But you can come to your room and dorm after 11 as well. Okay.
We are not aware of that option that you could request a roommate. We can inquire that, but as far as we know, that's not an option.
Yeah, as far as we know, that's not the option. That's how we were informed by the dormitory management. But we can check again and inform you about this if it's possible. Thank you for notifying us, because we don't have the student menu.
Yeah.
As we have the administrative staff menu, we cannot see how the menu looks for you. To check after 18 or 19 January into dorms, of course it's possible. You can check later on. It's just the earliest date, actually, kind of 18 and 19 for the orientation week.
But if you're arriving late, no worries.
You can check in later on as well. Any other questions? If not now, if you come up with some other questions, we can, and you can email us, and we can reply to your questions through emails as well. And actually, most of the questions that will be covered when you are here with the orientation week.
Yeah.
If they are not too urgent, or if there is no very specific case.
Okay, then we would say goodbye. We will share the recording. As we said before, refer to the guide as well, and we are more than happy to welcome you here with us in 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah. I'm already very excited, actually, that it's with this webinar. I feel like it's really approaching, and I'm really excited to meet you in person.
Exactly. And thank you for taking the time, and we see you here soon.
Yep.
Okay, bye-bye.